Today I'm providing you guys with 10 pro tips you need to implement into your offense in Madden. This will help boost your game to a whole new level beyond where you knew you could play ever before. These are not your ordinary tips telling you to possession catch. These are tips that will heavily boost your gameplay, and I can almost guarantee you they will help you win more games. Tip number 1 is to make your passing settings placement, passing slowdown off, pass lead increase none, and reticle speed 7 out of 20. This will allow you to throw better balls against coverage, as I'll show you right here. For example, on this play right here, I'm able to hit my receiver on a crosshair and pass lead this ball down and outside to where only my receiver can get it so he can attack the ball and not get picked off. Or how right here in the red zone, I'm able to go ahead and pass lead this ball down in between the coverage for an easy touchdown. The next thing I'm going to talk about are making progressions in Madden Ultimate Team. I know it might sound a little bit dumb, but it is very important. You can see right here, I'm making my hot routes before the play, and I'm going to decide who my 1, 2, 3, and 4 receiver are. For example, my first receiver is going to be X along that drag. I think that it could easily be the first route to be open. After that, I'm bouncing my eyes to the left to that speed out. If that is there, that is the throw. If that isn't there, then I'm looking up above that to the post that you see right there that is stemmed down. So we'll go ahead and snap this ball, and we'll see what is open. We can see X not open, boom, square's open, throw it, let it rip, get that ball, easy catch. For tip number 3, I'm going to show you guys how to block a loop blitz in Madden Ultimate Team. You might be playing against that one annoying blitz that keeps getting home on you and you don't know how to stop it. Obviously, the defense is not in a loop blitz setup. Regardless, it is very simple to stop. You want to block your running back, then identify the looper. This is easy. It is normally whoever is consistently sacking you. And to the looper, all you want to do is go ahead and press ID the mic, and go ahead and select whoever the person getting through is. And in this case, if it were to be this outside guy, we would ID him. And then boom, right there we have triangle blocking. And then we have our guy ID'd up right there to stop that loop pretty easily. One quick thing I want to show you guys is how to use your tight end to still block for you even on plays like this when you can't put him into a blocking assignment. Let's say you are getting looped on and you already have your running back blocked, you've already ID'd the looper, and it is still not working. You can put a receiver or your tight end in motion and snap the ball in the middle of the motion, and they will become a blocker for you. This allows you to be able to have more blockers out on the field at once to stop these annoying blitzes. For tip number 5, I want to talk about pocket presence inside of Madden. It is something that is highly overlooked, but it is very crucial. It will win you games. It will allow you to complete more passes, especially against those pesky zone KOs that a lot of people run, especially in Madden Ultimate Team. For tip number 6, I want to talk about pocket presence with you guys. It is something that's highly overlooked, but it is critical to your offensive performance in Madden Ultimate Team. I will show you 2 examples. First, with bad pocket presence. I'm floating back in the pocket, trying to fit that ball in the seam. Can I get it? It is picked off. That is almost impossible to throw with bad pocket presence. Then with good pocket presence, you guys will see what is possible. I can move in the pocket, step up, throw this ball, and it is incomplete because of the zone KO. But if it weren't for the zone KO, that is a catch. And in comparison to bad pocket presence, our odds of a pick go way, way down. You can see like right there, that one was a catch. Now one more time with bad pocket presence. Boom, we're floating back, Same throw, third at the same time, and it is picked off. That will be picked off 10 times out of 10 with that type of pocket presence. Use pocket presence, think about it, practice it, learn to instantly move your left stick up in the pocket, move around your linemen, and deliver good balls to your receivers. It will make throwing much easier in Madden. Now for tip number 7, I want to go over some of the best man and zone beating route combos you can use in Madden. These will really work in any formation, and they're super important to know as they will help you a ton. Starting off, we have a flat on the right side paired with a corner and a clear out route, which is O, to clear the safety out to get our corner open. You can see right there, he is there. We almost get it, but it is knocked out. We will try it one more time, and then I'll move on to the to more of the zone beating ones in just 1 second. Just one more time because it is definitely there. And there we go. You can see we can hit that corner, pass lead it up and to the left, past that corner in the middle. And just one more time as well, I do want to show you guys, if we wanted to hit this right away, we could, and we would be able to get 4 to 5 yards, which is not bad at all. Then moving on to the next route combo, I do want to show you guys, and it is certainly an option. If you want to kind of divide up the zone, you can go ahead and post a route like this, and then stem it the whole way down. Put your X on a drag, block your running back, then put square on a clear out route. That post won't always be open, but this flat most definitely will be. And then if they start to play down on the flat on the outside, if you wait just a little bit for that to develop with your post, you can certainly throw that post. Then one more route combo for zone I want to talk about is the idea of putting your running back on a Texas route, and then putting your tight end, in this case, on a drag, putting this guy on a go, and then putting this guy on a post. Now, one thing you want to avoid is having too much in one spot, which we don't really have here, because the Texas will be late compared to the post. Then right here, you can see, we have many options for what we can throw. Boom, we hit that. It almost does get picked off. That was a blind read by me, but we had the drag, we had the post developing. Just one more time, I want to show this to you guys, and then I'll go ahead and I will move on to the next thing. You can see, boom, we have square, we'll wait. Can we hit that? Nah, we can't hit that. That's a dumb throw to make. But you guys can see how that develops, how that sets up in zone. Especially if someone isn't playing tight zone coverage, this can work very, very well. You can get a lot open inside of this type of formation. Then moving on to man-beating routes, this is where it gets pretty easy in my opinion. You want to think routes that have cuts involved, such as a Texas, a speed out, as you see on the left side, or a zig. With that said, you can still use what I showed you guys last time with kind of a combo like this. This is something I really like, especially if they are not sending much pressure. But if they are, you can easily block that. And right here, first, I'll show you guys, we can easily hit the speed out. Go ahead and possession catch it, get our feet in. After that, let's say we want to keep that a streak. We can always go ahead and do something like, we can always go ahead and do something like this. And you will see, even in man coverage, we can hit that, possession catch it, boom, easy catch. Think zigs as well, like I said before. If we want to zig this, you know what, we'll still go ahead and post that as well. We'll put him on that instead this time, and we will also involve our speed out, and we'll see if that zig gets open, especially in the red zone. Boom, hit the zig. If we only need 2 or 3 yards for a touchdown, we just had it. Moving on to tip number 8. This one is actually weirdly basic, but it is something that's very overlooked, in my opinion, inside of Madden. One thing people don't do enough is run the ball. I know that might sound a bit weird because Madden, you typically think passing, right? Normally, you don't want to run the ball. It is one of the worst things you can do. But in this case, especially this year with the defenses some people run, you will see running is not that bad. Let's say we are out in this play. We were doing well on our opponent, but now they've switched to cover 6, and they are bagging us. Don't be afraid to run it. You can see right here, we're able to even get 3 or 4 yards. That is huge. It sets your opponent up in a spot where they cannot continue the same play calls over and over. See right there, maybe we can bounce it outside. We don't there. He still stops us. But don't be afraid of running it. There's one thing I see people do a lot. It's like they are afraid of handing off the ball, so they limit themselves to only passing into a one-dimensional offense where their opponent is stopping them. If your opponent is locking you down, it is worth trying to run. Boom, right there, 5 or 6 yards. That almost gets us a first down, or maybe does get us the first down. So really what I want to tell you guys is don't be afraid to run it. It's something people don't do enough, and something that's highly, highly overlooked in Madden for whatever reason. Now I want to share with you guys some of the best red zone route combos you can use in Madden, along with some of the best plays. I'm going to be showing you guys 3 to 4 different combos you can use just from Gun Bunch, specifically just to play verticals along with spacing switch. Starting with just verticals, we are going to put our outside receiver on a speed out, our running back on a Texas, and our point receiver on a drag. Really what we're looking for here is our speed out. We're looking for X to get open in the seam, or we're looking for triangle. We can see right here. We don't see that. Boom. Hit it. And what that drag does, we do get KO'd right there. But if I hit that ball just a little bit better, we're probably okay. But what that does, the drag pulls the one guy down, and then we have a good chance of getting the Texas open or the seam open. What I'm going to do right here is go ahead and do a basic combo. We're going to go ahead and put the outside guy on a zig. This would be very, very good, obviously, if your opponent was doing something inside of man coverage. Then right here, I'm just going to do that corner because it kind of clears out well over top. It takes away the dude who might be playing the zig if they were to be in man coverage. See right here, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Not too much here, but we will throw that. It is KO'd, but once again, you can see how some of these combos work. You want to be utilizing zigs, you want to be utilizing flats and slants. One of my favorites right here, speed out square on the right side. Left side. Go ahead and block your running back. Right here, we either have square, X, or O. You can see right there, we don't have square. That was a bad read by me. That is my bad right there, guys. But if we go ahead and do this again, do we have square? Yes, we do. Boom. Throw it. Easy. Touchdown. Super, super simple. One more time. Let's run it back. Last time, let's look for and see if it's there. Boom. It is. Easy touchdown. Pass lead that down. Pass lead it outside. Possession catch it. Get that easy touchdown. You know what? One more time just to run it back for you guys. We will hit square. Possession catch it, easy touchdown. Call this play at a high rate. It works well. Spacing switch, 4 verts, make these adjustments, save them, and go into practice mode and practice these, and practice coming up with some of your own red zone plays as well. The next thing I want to talk about with you guys is having a scheme inside of Madden. I know it might sound a little bit weird, but right now I'm assuming you more than likely go into coach's suggestions, and if you don't, great. That is great. If you don't, you can skip to number 10. This does not apply to you. But number 9. Right? Number 9 right here. Have a scheme. Come up with a scheme. Choose formations that are yours, that you can come up with plays in. Come up with, for example, in verticals, come up with man-beating route combos, some of which I showed you. So then you know if someone's running man coverage, you can beat them. Or maybe, you have something in bunch wide nasty, that if someone is running zone coverage, you can beat them at a high rate. That is really what Madden comes down to, specifically being competitive and winning consistently in Madden. You need, and I mean you very, very much so need to know what you're doing. Coach's suggestions is good for the computer and good for worse players. But once you start playing guys who know what they're doing on defense, you need to be able to call plays that you know for a fact work at a high rate. Now, the last thing I want to talk about, I feel like is never talked about, and it is something that weighs on my mind a lot while I play. I will be playing, and I will get annoyed, right? Tip 10, I will get annoyed. I will get very frustrated playing. What I do, I realize that I don't pay enough attention. I'm not focused enough. Think about if you're playing an FPS game. Odds are you don't have your phone out watching YouTube playing the FPS game like Fortnite. Odds are you don't have another window open watching Twitch. Odds are you're not doing this or that. So if you are struggling in Madden, if you're using all the other tips I've given you, if you're stepping up in the pocket, delivering smart passes, but you are still making mistakes, you are still throwing picks, you're still doing things that you're beating yourself up for, try playing multiple games with music, no other entertainment. You're locked in on the game and only the game. Activate your mind. Madden is a hard game to do that with. It is hard to make yourself think while playing Madden, in my experience. It is very easy to sit back and to mindlessly pick a play that you know should work, pick it, go ahead and kind of throw it. Just think, okay, my opponent is in zone coverage. This guy is going back this way, that guy's going across the field. Let me choose this play for this reason. Let me throw it to this guy if he's open. If not that guy, then these two are my next two reads. Then you look, were those guys open and you missed them, or were they not open? Stuff like that will win you so many more games. Just using your brain, thinking, activating yourself, applying yourself to the game to become a better player is really what I'm trying to say. Apply yourself to the game. Apply yourself to wanting to be a better player. VOD review your gameplay. Look back at what you could have done better. Like, none of these tips will help you if you do not go into practice mode and you do not practice stepping up in the pocket. If you do not go ahead and come up with a scheme. If you do not go ahead and apply these. You can watch this video, but these all need applied to your gameplay. There's no way to win more games using these unless you watch this video, you take these tips, and you apply them to your gameplay, and you learn from your mistakes. that is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It is a little bit different than my normal coin making method videos, but I really like the concept of this, and I hope you guys do too. With that said, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.